a really good musician hits town, the word spreads fast, and his reputation builds. But when he starts to slip, the word gets out even faster. Frank Aspen was an old friend of mine from college. I didn't believe it when I heard he was playing a bad saxophone in a cheap joint. How can a guy who was so good a few years ago be so lousy now? There had to be an answer, and that's what I wanted. Just an answer.
I'm taking five. John!
Frank!
John, is it really you?
Yeah.
Hey, but how long you been here? Did you dig my horn?
No, I've just been here 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna stick around, though. You're gonna catch me on my horn, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, come on, sit down. Oh, man.
You only want a drink or
No.
you look tired, Frank?
Hey, John, remember? Huh? Stop your fingers. Come on, you forgot back in college? Huh? Okay, guys, take it light and easy.
Oh, yeah, I remember, with a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4.
I dream
Jeannie.
of Jeannie.
Jeannie, yeah.
Oh, those were the good days, huh, John? Remember?
Yeah, a lot of things have happened since then, Frank. I heard you had a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, I got a little upset a couple of years ago. But it was good for me, John. As a matter of fact, it was the best thing that could happen to me.
Really, huh?
Oh, you know it, man. It gave me a chance to rest. It gave me a chance to break away from that commercial junk I've been playing.
Junk? Listen, Frank, I got a couple of albums you cut 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, they were pretty cool sounds.
It's junk. That's what it was. I didn't feel it then. But wait till you hear me play now, man. Now I can feel it. And you can hear it. You can hear the way I feel every time I play. I mean, like Charlie Parker was way out there. But nobody can blow the path I'm blowing, man.
Bird Parker?
Bird Parker.
Pretty great, Frank.
No.
He was great.
Pretty great, John. Just pretty great. You know?
Hi, darling.
Hey.
You're great, baby.
Thank you, son. Hey, I'm sorry, John. This is Sally Kane. Honey, this is Johnny Staccato.
How do you do?
Hello.
Hey, John, she's my girl.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. Oh, honey, come on, sit down. Johnny and I went to college together. Hey, John, you still play the piano?
Just for kicks, Frank. No, not for a living now.
Oh, yeah?
How do you live, Mr. Staccato?
Very well, thanks.
Frank, you better get back up there. Your fans are getting impatient.
Oh, you know it, baby. You know. John, hold on to your seat. Hold on to your seat, man. Huh? We'll gab later.
Right, Frank.
Knock him dead, baby.
Oh.
He won't have far to knock. This place is half dead already. You say they're impatient.
Frank's got to play so many hours every night. It's part of his contract. Well, it's been nice.
Just one question. This music, you dig it?
I think Frank's the greatest.
That wasn't the question. I asked you if you dig the music.
Some people don't understand new songs.
Those cats up there, those 2 musicians, their new sounds?
Frank's a star. He doesn't want anybody to detract from him.
Honey, those cats, they couldn't detract from an organ grinder.
Good night, Mr. Staccato.
Let's cut out, man. Oh, no, look, I want to talk to
Darling, don't you want to go home?
Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute. I want to talk to John. And wait a minute. Hey, John, what'd you think, huh?
Frank, I don't know how you do it. I mean, geez, you look tired. It was a long session.
Man, never mind how I look. How about the sound? Did you ever hear sound like that, man?
Hey, I got a great idea, Frank. I got a great place, see? And we'll go up to my pad. We'll have some coffee. We'll have a nice long talk. What do you say?
That sounds cool, John. That sounds cool, and I can tell you about my ideas because you always dug my ideas.
Why don't you pack your horn and let's get out of here?
Oh, no, man. I never pack this thing. I always carry it with me.
Why, Frank?
No, I'll tell you why, man. When I get ideas, I can play it if it's with me. You know what I mean? Come on, let's go.
All right. Hey, you know, this is great. A little scratchy, but great. Play it all the time.
Let me see that record, John. Featuring Frankie Aspen.
Hey.
That's junk, John. That's all it is, junk. You heard me tonight. You heard the new Frankie Aspen.
I heard noises that couldn't touch this record.
You heard what? Couldn't? John, what's the matter with you? You heard me tonight.
I heard I'm your friend, Frank. Does a friend tell you you're great when you're not?
You don't understand. I'm getting out of here.
Frank, listen to me.
I don't listen to anybody. I play great, and when I play great, people listen to me. Not to you, Johnny, to me.
Hey, Frank, okay, you're great. You're great. I just don't understand. Why don't you explain it to me?
Do you mean it? No, you don't mean it because you said I played bad. That's what you said.
Now,
I played...
Frank, snap out of it, will you? Come on, Frank. Will you look at me, will you? Look, maybe I didn't quite dig your music. Okay, that's true. But I'm a dope. I don't understand most things. Look, maybe your music is great. Maybe it's really great. I just don't understand. I'd like to, but I don't understand.
It is great, John. It's really great. I mean, it's something that you have to feel down inside here. Don't you understand? Look, always before, I was playing off the top of my head. Always. Blowing stuff that I heard somewhere else. Playing sounds that I thought people would like. But I don't care about people now, John. Let them listen or not, I don't care. No, that's not true, John. I do care. Because when they don't dig my style, when they don't understand, I care so much that it hurts me in here. Because I want them to like me, John. Like the kids back home like me. Remember? Oh, I can play those kids now, John. I can play those kids back home. I can get up on that stand and I can make sounds like you never heard before. All I have to do is think of the ocean and the old swimming hole we used, remember? And I can play these sounds, John. All I have to do is see it and hear it and feel it. And there it is, John. There it is, John! There it is! There it is! John!
After Frank fell asleep on my couch, I looked up Sally Kane's address in the book and I went there. I wondered just how she felt about Frank's condition.
Okay. Where's Frankie?
He's asleep over in my place.
Look, chum, old friend or not, I don't like games.
All right, then let's leave the door open.
And you can go right out the door now.
Look, Frank needs help, and he needs it bad.
Oh?
He's sick. He plays sick, and he talks sick. First he's up in a cloud, then he's down in the dumps. I think he's having another breakdown.
Are you a qualified psychiatrist?
Frank told me he was in a sanitarium. I'm going over there. I just thought you might have some more information to pass on to the doctor. But I guess you're tired.
Look, you really want to help Frankie, don't you? You see, I care a lot about the guy. I don't usually like people messing in. Not unless I know they're really sincere. I guess I read you wrong.
Oh, I never did like quick studies.
Coffee pot's still plugged in. Why don't I get us some, and then I can tell you how Frank's been this past year.
Right? You play Frank's old records a lot?
When I'm alone, Frankie doesn't like to hear his old stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Cream? Sugar?
No, just black.
Where'll I start?
Tell me how Frank got hooked up with Mutt and Jeff, the drum and the piano man.
Well, Frankie wasn't playing after his breakdown. Didn't want to. He just sat around and went for long walks. It was a pretty rough period of adjustment. Then he met Mike and Jimmy. With his name, it was easier for them to get bookings. They didn't care how he sounded, just so he played with them.
Did you know him then?
Mm-hmm. He joined them only 3 months ago.
It's hot. I'm sorry. It's hot in here.
Works very quickly. You'll never make it.
Get out of my way or I'll belt you right in the mouth.
Go, boy. Come on, wake up. Give me the word. You sneaked some in. You share with me? Come on, now. Don't tell me you're clean. How about tell me you're carrying? You sneaked some in. They didn't search your item.
Get away! Wait!
Okay! Just you wait. Just you wait till you get the shakes like him. And you'll be eyeing every new boy that comes in and hoping he sneaks some in. Just you wait.
I need some water.
Over here.
Take it easy, Johnny.
Hey, new boy, you got connections. Hey, tell him I'm an old pal, huh?
Okay, Roy.
Hey, Lou. Hey, we're old pals. We're in the school together, Lou.
Lou.
Hey, Lou, no kidding, we're old pals.
Lou, I just can't figure this.
Well, Sam noticed your name on the booking list when he got into the work this morning and called me right away. Come on, Johnny.
How did I get here?
Well, the patrolman found you last night. You had a hypo in your hand, needle mark in your arm. You'd had a fix. You're pretty sick, so they tell me. You lost most of it, which is what usually happens to a first-timer.
Lou, you know me. I never had a fix in my life.
Oh, sure. I told him it was all a mistake and I'd be responsible. You're free, Johnny, but I'd like to know what happened. Let's go in there. Come on.
I gave Lou the details without giving him any names. He didn't like that. But I explained that a good friend of mine was mixed up in this in some way, and I wanted the chance to get him out before I blew the whistle. I hadn't figured the dope angle before, but that shot in my arm made it pretty clear. You don't use that stuff for a frame unless you have it handy. I took the subway across town to the sanitarium where Frank Aspen had been a patient 2 years ago. I spent the afternoon there. I knew the trio wouldn't be playing till after 9. It was 9:30 when I got there. How's the coffee here?
What do you want?
I want some clear, fast, straight talk.
In there.
After you. You're safe with the door closed.
Why did you come here?
Look at that arm. It looks like a pincushion, doesn't it, huh?
What are you doing?
I'm calling a cop I know. They have a nice berth for users. I spent last night there.
No, please.
And you
Please.
tell me about Frank, and you tell me fast.
There's nothing to tell.
Okay, we'll play at your tempo. Sergeant Lou Backus, please.
What would you like to know?
About Frank. Now, I went to see his doctor this afternoon, and I found out 2 things. 1, Frank has no dope record, and 2, you used to work there as a volunteer social worker. You left when Frank left. To help him, you told everybody. Now, you tell me, baby, just how did you help him? Hello, Lou?
All right.
Look, Lou, I'll call you back. Yeah. How deep is Frank in?
He's not hooked bad. Not really bad. Mike and Jimmy, they just give him a little now and then when he gets too depressed. But he's not really hooked.
No, he's just sick. You knew he was sick. Why don't you take him back to the sanitarium?
You saw my arm? I'm on it big. Real big.
How long have Mike and Jimmy been selling hard stuff?
About 2 or 3 years. I stayed at the sanitarium. I worked there for a while, so I could try and steal some junk from the dispensary. But I couldn't. So I contacted Mike and Jimmy. It took all the money I had.
How did Frank get mixed up with this crowd?
I mentioned one day that he was at the sanitarium. Mike said that he had an idea. He got this idea that a trio with a name in front could move from joint to joint, and that way the cops wouldn't pick up the trail. And Mike's customers could just check and see where Frank was playing, and that way they could contact Mike.
You're beautiful. How did you manage Frank?
When he left the sanitarium, I left too. He liked me. A few months after he got home, he went back into depression. He only seems to snap out of it when he's playing. I needed the stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, sure. You hook a guy when he's sick and he doesn't even know it. And he has a horn and he thinks it sounds great. It sounds great to him. And he stands up there in front of all the people and he squeaks and he squawks and he acts pitiful. But you don't...
Go on, get back there. Put him on the couch, Jimmy. Your buddy kind of blew himself out tonight, Staccato.
Think he needs a fix?
No, not yet. He's not even with us. Let him breathe a while. But our friend Staccato here, man, he's just begging for another shot in the arm. Huh? Or maybe the head?
Mikey knows. He knows everything.
Sure, he's been in here gabbing with you. Jimmy, get the needle ready.
Don't you guys ever play an original tune? You tried that bit once, it didn't work.
The cop didn't find you, huh? Well, they're gonna find you this time, man. Dead. From an overdose. It happens all the time. Hurry up, Jimmy. Don't make it good. Make it strong. All right, Staccato. Roll up your sleeve.
Sure, man. You guys don't know what but this is a great way for me to go. I've been on this jag for years.
Yeah? Well, you're about to kick the habit. For good. Jimmy. Hey, what's that? What? The finger bit.
I'm playing it cool, man. No law says a man's got to die with a frown on his face. Man, I dig this bit. Come on, lay it on.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Good, baby. Good.
It's for you, Johnny.
Tell the police. You tell them how you couldn't help it. You tell them how you did it for me. You tell them how you try to kick the habit. You tell them the whole bit. You want to know something? I bet they believe you. I bet they even try to help you.
And your name?
Staccato, John. Staccato.
And your relationship to the patient?
Friend. Friend. What is a friend? A guy who says, yeah, I seen Frank. He's playing cross town on some dive. Great guy, Frank. Too bad about him. Or is a friend a guy who leaves his buddy on the toughest solo of his life? So long, Frank. Play it good. Play a gig where there's no intermission, no break. Play it, Frank. Then play it cool, friend. Friend. Yeah.